ASMR. Welcome. So, this is not your average Sleepy Cat Cafe ASMR experience. Today we are very, how you say, depressed. You know, I used to be very hopeful. I've always been very, hopeful. I like to think. Fun fact, I had 2 cans of drinks in my pockets, in each of my pockets on the bus today. And my pants, my shorts, nearly fell down because the weight was too heavy in my pants, in my shorts, sorry. So that happened. Thankfully I caught it. That would not have been not a very pretty sight. Not a very pretty sight at all, brother. Anyway, any which way. You know, as I was saying, I used to be very hopeful. I used to be a very hopeful person. And upon a various unfortunate series of events that led me here, I find myself back to being very, how do you say, that's another thing, my cognitive memory is very bad lately. I don't know if it's years of abuse of a bad diet or just genetics, but I find myself having a lot of trouble trying to find words. It's very upsetting. I find myself very anxious, but not anxious. Anxious isn't the word I'm looking for. I'm looking for the word. I keep thinking of the word narcissist, but it's not the word I'm looking for either. As wonderful as that word is, as wonderful as the narcissists in my life have been, I find myself very... the opposite word of optimism. Skepticism. I'm a skepticist, but in reality, I'm a realist. I'm a realist that I'm going to die a very young death, that I am not long for this world, whether it be at the how do these words keep falling out of my head? Out of the nice. At the blade of my own hands. Can you shut the hell up? Thank you. At the like, you know, the basically at my own hands, because I don't think I am going to live much of a life. Say maybe another 10 years if I'm lucky, because this has not been my year, buddy. I've been, you know, health stuff. Mental health stuff is scary. Sorry. Mental health stuff is scary. So yeah, nah, but I am unfortunately blessed with the self-awareness that I am not long for this world, because I've abused this Buddhist temple of a body for far too long, and I think I am way too far gone just had my gallbladder removed. In bright 30s, the old mate was saying that he had his gallbladder removed when he was about 50, so I'm beating that record. So it's like, how much longer do I have? I'm already going through this and that and that and this and this and that and that and this. So it's like, wow, I got diabetes when I was just freshly turned 20, something like that, around that age, because it was just constant. It's just constant abuse. I never even knew what diabetes was until I was diagnosed with it. I had no idea. Not to say that I wasn't informed, I'm sure. It's just I was uneducated. I did not know the side effects of poison that I was feeding into my body, as in the sugars I was constantly consuming. I was unaware that the difference between the antidote and the poison was the dosage, and that's scary, man. It's scary because, like I said, I had no idea what I was putting into my body until it was too late. I've always remembered that when I first got it, someone said to me the difference between type 1 diabetes and type 2 diabetes. Type 1 is genetic, type 2 is what you do to yourself. And I'm sure there's some validity to that. And then again, it was also just Oscar, shh. There's some validity to that, and there's also just some fear-mongering, I don't know. But yeah, that's fun times. Oscar. Seriously, dude. It never occurred to me why I always remembered the death of one Brittany Murphy. It never occurred to me why that always stuck with me. That never occurred why it always stuck with me up until the last couple of years. It's stuck with me because it occurred to me a few years ago that is the first time I ever realized what the concept of death was. I never, call me uninformed, call me uneducated, maybe just call me ignorant, but I never actually knew what death was. Early in 2021 did someone in my life pass away, and because other than that, everyone just happens to live until they're 100 or till they're like, they've got this disease and that disorder, but somehow they're just kicking life's ass. And it is not fair, because these happen to be some of the people that have not made my life very easy, as it would turn out. Where they're like, I don't know, like people that shouldn't have this chance at life. I hate to say it, but you start having your freak offs with like the local kids party. You deserve to go to fucking jail. You deserve to go to fucking hell. And maybe jail. They do not deserve that chance of life that they have been given. Do you understand me? It's totally not. It's not right. It's not right. Yeah, I forget what I was talking about, but anyway. Anyway. It comes down to choice. The choices you make in life will always lead you to, I don't even know. You know, I just don't know. I forget what I was saying. Anyway. Something about diabetes and something or other. Anyway. We can go anywhere. No, but I forget everything I was saying already, like what the hell. I think the important part is that nothing is important. The only promise in life is death. You will die soon. You are listening to this, and whether it is in the next hour or the next 100 years, you are to die. You are not promised life. The only promise in life is death. Life is not this straight line. Life is a circle. Or something like that. Anyway. You know, all this stemmed from watching a guy on TikTok. He had taken his own life, and that song that played, that's like, so back up your bag, something, weird, angry at your love. You're the greatest thing we lost. And they were doing the haka. And I was talking to my friend about it, and the pure, just beauty, I guess, about the expressions and I guess just how stripped we are of our emotions. It's very tragic. Like, I don't know. Half the time I don't even want to be alive, but there's this gnawing at me. I'm given this choice of life, and it is always gnawed at me that, there's a billion people who have it worse than me. I'm sitting in my air-conned room with an iPhone 14 recording an ASMR, so how much worse can it get for me? I wish that could make me feel better, like 1,000%. If I could magically turn off my brain, like, I saw this meme where it was like this guy got really stoned once, and he was hallucinating, like tripping on mushrooms or something, and he sort of like logged into his own computer's brain and kind of like turned off the setting where he was afraid of heights. I don't know if it was just a meme or if it was like a story, some Tumblr or Twitter crap, but like if I could turn off that part of my brain that tells me that I have it very good, I would. I don't choose to be this way. I am often very happy. as the person I am and stuff. But at the same time, it's like I'm talking to my brain. Like my brain is sitting here. This is my brain. This is my brain. I'm looking at my brain metaphorically. I'm telling it, can you fucking be happy? You are the one organ bringing my body down. You are the one organ, apparently, just parts of you even, just parts of you fighting against the rest of me, wanting to be alive, fighting for my own life. Like, my kidneys are filtering out this and that and that and this, and yet my brain has this little teeny tiny little bean or whatever that's like, you know, it's so funny right now. You did the most meta fucking thing right now, Rob. And it's like, how do I make it stop? How do I shut up? Oi! You could do the most meta fucking thing right now, brother. And it's like, why don't you do that? So how do I turn off that part of my brain that says, end it all? Why don't we just end it all? And that's brutal. Why don't we just end it all? That's brutal. You know, behind me is a balcony. I had this thought once, how like, if I hung myself off my balcony, behind me, I would die. And it's like, I don't want that. I don't want to waste this chance at life I have. I've always had this thing where I've wanted to make the world better. I used to want to be an author. I wanted to change the way people thought, the way people's perspective was on the world. Not to be more like mine, but just to be more, I guess, loving or accepting or some crap like that. I don't know. I don't even know. It's a bit ridiculous, but this is the world we live in, and this is the world I live in, so I might as well make the best of it. I don't even know what are you meant to do. I guess